Good morning, students. Today we are discussing the third part of the chapter number 18, the Union Government, the Legislature. In the previous part, we have discussed about the Lok Sabha, the qualification of the members of Lok Sabha, and the tenure, power and function of the speaker. Today we are discussing about what is the qualification of the member of Rajya Sabha, election, and the power and function of the Union Parliament. Dear students, you know that the Parliament consisting two houses. For that cause it is bicameral. The two houses are Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha is known as the lower house and Rajya Sabha is the upper house. The maximum strength of Rajya Sabha is 250. Out of these, 12 members are nominated by the President of India and the remaining 238 are elected from the states and union territories by the elected members of the state legislative assemblies. Means the total strength of Rajya Sabha is 250. Out of 250, 12 members are nominated by the President of India. The 12 members are the distinguished persons from the different subjects like arts, science, sports, cinema, like this. And remaining 238 members are elected by the members of the state legislative assemblies. The 12 nominated members are distinguished personalities who excel in various fields of art, literature, science, social service, sports, etc. Qualification. To become a member of Rajya Sabha, a person must be a citizen of India and not less than 30 years of age. To become a member of Rajya Sabha, a person must be a citizen of India. That is common thing. And not less than 30 years of age. But in the case of Lok Sabha, that is 25. Her or his name must be in the voters list. Do you know, please see, people do not participate directly in the election of the Rajya Sabha members. Means we don't cast the vote to elect the member of the Rajya Sabha. The members are elected indirectly by the state legislature elected MLAs only. Only the state legislature MLAs, they also cast the vote to elect the members of Rajya Sabha. Delhi is not a state, yet its assembly elect 3 members to the Rajya Sabha. Elections and tenure. Unlike Lok Sabha, the Rajya Sabha is a permanent house. Means Rajya Sabha is a permanent house, Lok Sabha is a temporary house. Rajya Sabha is a permanent house which can never be dissolved. After every 2 years, 1/3 of its members retire and elections are held to fill these seats. Means after every 2 years, 1/3 of the members of Rajya Sabha retire. Means a member elected to Rajya Sabha for a period of 6 years. Therefore, each member of Rajya Sabha has a term of 6 years. Presiding Officer. The Vice President of India is the ex officio chairman of the Rajya Sabha. The Vice President of India is the ex officio chairman of the Rajya Sabha. Like the Lok Sabha Speaker, She or he also presides over the meeting of a Rajya Sabha, conduct its proceedings and maintains the discipline and decorum of the House. Means the Vice President is the presiding officer, and like the Speaker of Lok Sabha, he also presides the meetings, maintain discipline, decorum of the House. Since the Vice President is not a member of the House, Vice President is not a member of the Rajya Sabha, she or he cannot vote on any issue. Whereas the Lok Sabha Speaker can. The Rajya Sabha elect its deputy chairman. The Rajya Sabha elect its deputy chairman also from amongst its members, who performs the duties of the chairman in her or his absence. When the chairman means the presiding officer means vice president is remaining absent, then the deputy chairman also perform the duties. Powers and function of the Parliament. The power of the function of the Parliament are legislative powers, executive powers, financial power, like this. Please hear the legislative power. The Parliament is the highest law-making body. The Parliament means a President plus Lok Sabha plus Rajya Sabha is known as Parliament. The Parliament is the highest law-making body. It makes laws on all the subjects enlisted in the Union list, the concurrent list, and the residuary subjects. The Parliament make the laws of the Union list subjects, the concurrent list, and the residuary subjects. Under special circumstances, it can also make laws on the subjects given in the state list. The making of law is initiated by introducing a legislative proposal for the bill other than the money bill. The making of law is initiated by introducing a legislative proposal for the bill in either of the two houses of the Parliament, except money bill, because only money bill introduced in Lok Sabha. Approval of both the houses is necessary for passing a bill. Approval is necessary from the both of the houses to pass any bill. In case of a disagreement between the two houses, if any disagreement arises between the two houses, a majority vote is taken in the joint meeting of both the houses. A majority vote is taken in the joint meeting of both houses. There is no provision to hold a joint meeting in case of a money bill or amendment bill. After a bill is approved by both the houses, it is sent to the President for her or his consent. After the bill is approved by both the houses, then it is sent to the President for her or his consent. Once the consent is provided, the bill becomes a law. Then executive powers. In the parliamentary form of democracy, the Council of Ministers is collectively responsible to the Lok Sabha. In the parliamentary form of democracy, the Council of Ministers is collectively responsible to the Lok Sabha. In case a vote of no confidence is passed against any one minister, in case a vote of no confidence is passed against any one minister, the whole Council of Ministers has to resign collectively. The Parliament also controls the executive by asking questions. The Parliament also controls the executive by asking questions. The period when questions are asked is called the question hour. The period when questions are asked is called the question hour. Since Rajya Sabha cannot pass a vote of no confidence, Lok Sabha has more effective control over the union executive. Because all the ministers from the Lok Sabha, perhaps all the ministers from the Lok Sabha. Financial powers. The annual budget of the central government is passed by the parliament every year. The annual budget of the central government is passed by the parliament every year. Budget means the income and expenditure of the government for the whole country. The government cannot impose any tax or incur any expenditure if the proposals are not approved by the parliament. If the proposals are not approved by the parliament, the government cannot impose any tax or incur any expenditure. Regarding money matters, Lok Sabha is much more powerful than Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha is much more powerful than Rajya Sabha. The money bill can only be introduced in Lok Sabha. If Rajya Sabha makes any recommendation regarding a money bill, Lok Sabha may or may not accept it. If Rajya Sabha makes any recommendation, the Lok Sabha may or may not accept it. Power to amend the Constitution. Regarding amendment of the Constitution, both the houses enjoy equal power. Amendment means any change in the Constitution. Regarding amendment of the Constitution, both the houses enjoy equal power. An amendment bill can be introduced in either house. A bill of amendment can be introduced in Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha, but it must be passed by each house separately. The Constitution of India provides 3 methods of amending the Constitution, about which we have discussed in the chapter number 16. The Constitution of India provides 3 methods of amending the Constitution. Judicial power. The Parliament is empowered to remove the President, the judges of the Supreme Court and the High Courts. The Parliament has the power to remove the President, the judges of the Supreme Court and the judges of the High Court. The procedure adopted for this purpose is called impeachment. The procedure adopted for this purpose is called impeachment. For this, a resolution had to be passed by both the houses of the Parliament by special majority. For this, a resolution has to be passed by both the houses of Parliament by special majority, absolute majority of total membership, and a two-thirds majority of members present and voting in each house during the same session. There are 3 options: by a special majority or absolute majority of total membership and two-thirds majority of members present and voting in each house. In this way, the impeachment procedure passed. If the impeachment passed against any president or against any judge of a Supreme Court or High Court, then the person must be impeached. Electoral functions. The members of a Parliament exercise their right to vote to elect the President and the Vice President of India. In this way, we have completed the chapter. Please read the chapter thoroughly, and in the next period, next class, I will send the question answer. Good day. Thank you.